for the technical issues. We are back live. The action has been pretty end-to-end. No goals yet, but sorry about the issues. We are back, and hopefully we will have no more. Very Hercle picked up. Distributed nicely out wide. See if we can work something down this line. Sideline won by East Grinstead. What can you tell me about this Surbiton press, Jonty? How would you go your best way playing out of defence with this high pressing?
I think for Surbiton they're mixing up between the heights quite well, so the back four aren't getting comfortable seeing the same picture every single time. Me, I think the back four just keep moving the ball, keep trying to find the right hand side. I think we'll have lots of success. Just as I say, that Giggs earns a corner.
Brilliantly won there, brilliant movement between Rhea and Giglio there. Some of our GB internationals just working hard to get a good outcome.
Me and Jonty have actually had the pleasure of training with Millie Giglio on a Friday in technical sessions, and what a force to be reckoned with. She hit a ball and she's very, very skillful. So in around those, in the baseline of the D, she definitely works.
I think this is where EG are most dangerous as well. I mean, they've got two top flickers in the league, so we'll see what happens. Dragged out, Olsen, flick, or
going for a deflection there. Brilliant save by McFerrin.
Those skills on show again. Lovely ball into the D, but snuffed out there by Surbiton defender. It's brilliant deep defending at the moment. Eye-to-hand coordination is on point at the moment from both teams.
Debutant Amy Smith just being subbed on there for Millie Giglio. Second cap for East Grinstead in the Premier League. Ball given back to Rhea. Charging the line again.
Nice to see Amy getting minutes in the first team after coaching her in the TA this year. She's been an absolute talent. It's nice to see young talents getting the opportunities to play in these games. It is so beneficial for junior development, getting the chance to play in such a prolific EG team with so many internationals. It can only make you better as a player.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's really important, and especially since 2022 there's been 16 different under-18 girls who've made their Premier League debuts at East Grinstead, which Theo Dowse quotes is statistically proud of and incredibly proud of. So I think, yeah, to see the fact that there is improvement, and also like homegrown improvement. I mean, Bieber Mills, this has been her club since she was a junior, and now she's worked her way up to get herself into the Premier League. I mean, lots of homegrown talent as well.
And that's also one of the most rewarding parts of coaching, when you see a junior going through the ranks from such an early age all the way up into the first team, and just progressing and progressing and progressing. It's such a nice thing to see, and as a coach it makes you feel like you definitely done your job.
I think as well, not only in like the Premier League teams, but across the club as well.
Definitely.
I mean, for example, our women's twos captain Lauren Workman played here when she was a junior, went off to Loughborough University, and has come back and captains our women's twos, and also plays in the Premier Indoor. Has had minutes in the Premier Outdoor as well. Went to Porto last year. Went to Poland this year for the indoor. I mean, incredible.
I think we all rave about first teams as well, but without your second team, third team, fourth team, fifth team, your junior section, like, you no longer have a club. So it's amazing to see such great progression in East Grinstead over these last couple of years. It's really, really good for the club, and it will just keep the club going for many more years to come.
Exactly. I mean, people who show up week in, week out as well, coaches, players. I mean, yesterday in the twos changing room, for example, we had kind of like team awards, whereby we had 2 players who played every single match this season. I mean, it's just phenomenal. And yeah, it's an incredible thing to happen.
Lovely skills down the right
Brilliant
side.
number by number 14 from Surbiton, played in.
Those 3D skills, so difficult to defend against, but really, really good from EG to actually be able to put in a tackle there and win possession back of the ball.
Yeah.
Now try and build a little bit of play so we can work ourselves forward and get some more goal scoring opportunities down the other end.
And definitely looking very dangerous on the counter attack, as we see here.
In the
They come
final
into
minute.
the circle. Just missed there.
Final 30 seconds now, I believe, of this quarter. Let's see if EG can try and create a chance before the end of the quarter. Nice play up the right hand side.
Brilliant
Circle.
defence.
Great interception there. Let's see if we can build some play. Not long left on the clock. Get some numbers forward. Bieber picks it up top of the D. Again, brilliant defending on the D. Some lovely tackling and some really good 3D defending.
Surbiton 16 just won there after some great hustle to win the ball back. EG trying to dictate play here just to keep it in that corner. Hansford now, Captain Hansford. Oh no, it is Lily Walker. And that is the quarter.
I think it's an exciting first quarter. Lots of end-to-end play. I think Surbiton really pressing high, which is making it quite difficult to be dangerous when they're coming forward with the ball.
Yeah, Jonty, going back to your question that you asked at the start about what would you say if you were Theo Dowse, what would you say if you were the Surbiton coach after this first quarter?
I think I'd stay up in a high press, try to get the back four under pressure. I mean, I touched on it before, they've looked awfully dangerous on counter. I think if they can keep getting turnovers high up in the field, sooner or later one will go in. So yeah.
Just whilst we have a minute as well before they kickstart this second quarter, I think if you ever get the chance to come down to East Grinstead, whether it's to play hockey or to go and play paddle or go to the gym or whatever, just have a look around. The facilities here are absolutely fantastic. What a place it is just to walk onto the pitch and look over the Bluebell Railway. I mean, the aesthetics are amazing and it's a fantastic ground. I've only joined here this year and I've been so impressed with everyone at the club. Like, people are amazing, really, really kind, welcoming, and just what a place to come to play hockey.
I think as well, carrying on from Ferg's point, you don't have to be an EG member to play here. We've got our lovely summer league coming up starting at the end of April. So no matter if you've played an awful lot of hockey before or you're coming back from uni or anything like that, come and join our summer league for some fun, some tournaments, matches, training, clinics, everything.
Look at the shine on Theo Dowse's head there. Been relatively stress-free. I'm sure he's keeping the hair that he does have on his head so far, but
I remember a few years ago for the, or maybe it was last season, for the Halloween kind of training that the women's ones had. They all came in bald caps and fake moustaches to try and mimic Theo. And that was a memorable moment.
I mean, you got to give it to him. He does pull it off.
Yeah.
Pull it off. I think it's the tan. Yeah. Just goes so well. And the facial hair.
Yeah.
Surbiton here just winning sideline in their offensive 23.
on ground. Brad Reed will absolutely love that.
Will Hayward would say in the twos, hog, hand on ground as well.
Speaking of Brad Reed, top bloke, but Ferg, what are your thoughts on his gym program and his mentality with his eating?
I'll tell you what, he is the definition of an international athlete. That guy, he eats completely clean. He gyms every day. He's so determined to be better, and not the youngest bloke, obviously, but he's still
Quite the opposite.
Yeah, got the body of a 22-year-old, so he's doing well.
Also, well done to him, getting married soon. Still waiting for my invite, but I'm sure it's to come.
Nice possession here from East Grinstead, just retaining possession of the ball, trying to work through those pockets of space. Turned over on this left-hand side, but again, some good high pressure from Surbiton, making it really, really difficult to play through those lines. I think maybe a little foot miss there by the umpire, but we're not going to complain about that.
Giglio here just driving down baseline, looking for a foot that's been turned over to Surbiton.
Another turnover here, but they're working the ball nicely into the middle there from Beth Alexander. Oh, that's a lovely ball.
1v1 versus Warren. Brilliant save.
And put it wide.
Phenomenal save there by Charlie Warren.
Say they survived one there though. Unlucky to put it wide. I think it's important for EG here just to keep some position, keep the Surbiton players moving, tire them out a bit before trying to go forward.
Say that, and possession's turned over, and in Surbiton attacking again. Lots of numbers forward.
Another great save.
And another.
A stroke.
And it's a stroke.
Stroke given. Might be able to get a replay on this, see what happened. Oh, brilliant save with the stick, and then just hit wide on the reverse stick.
I mean, this is probably really big for Charlie. You know, flick as a keeper is never the easiest. I think my tactic is always just to pick a side and just throw myself at it.
Lovely
Sends
finish.
it the wrong way.
Bottom right hand corner.
Hard to stop those.
And it is now 1-0 to Surbiton after a penalty stroke conversion.
Surbiton back on the hunt, trying to turn 1 into 2. Well recycled from EG.
Brown.
Another replay of that penalty stroke here. Really pushed hard into that bottom right hand corner. Not a lot the goalkeeper can do really when you're finishing the ball like that. It's lovely, well taken penalty stroke. Back into the action though, ball down the right hand side. EG now pressing high into this right hand corner. Lovely win of possession. Can they work something from this down the baseline? Great carry, ball back.
Oh,
just hit
snuck
wide.
yeah.
I think it might have taken a
corner.
touch.
Good defending there from Surbiton. Get your body in the way.
Surbiton defenders around the top of the circle. They're making it really hard to play crash ball through.
Surbiton back on counter.
Darcy born away with the ball here.
Cuts back inside.
Nice ball across, but just too for the Surbiton forwards to get on the replay of that. Strike, oh, it's just come off the tip of the glove, I think, from the goalkeeper. That's a brilliant save.
Brilliant save by McLaren there.
Very skillful players in this midfield for Surbiton, working the ball really nicely into the D. Lovely save from the goalie and flashed wide there from nice and warm. Again, Surbiton building some really good chances, looking very, very dangerous on the attack. So we've got some great attacking threats in the midfield. Very deep to get possession of the ball here. That high pressure, but lovely worked out the back there. Trying to play this right hand side of the pitch. Always a scary ball to receive in the midfield there, but really well worked.
Hope.
Find the right hand side, yeah. Beautiful skip ball.
Lovely chuck too.
I think that should be easy ball there.
Fantastic job by the ball kid there, getting the ball in straight away.
Great
Always
ball
gotta love that. Surbiton just happy to sit back here, absorb some of the pressure.
Lovely ball across the D. Oh, one again from Surbiton. Really good in their deep defence here.
Back on the counter.
Shout out to Richard Warren. Unsure if you're a relation of Charlie Warren, but a shout out to you. So thank you very much for being a channel member.
Yeah, we really appreciate people tuning in to watch this game. It really helps the club, and it's also really good for people to be able to come and watch when they can't make the game. To be able to watch in such detail on the stream is a really, really nice thing to do. I mean, it's the closest to international level filming that you will see. So it's really, really good.
We've got 156 people on the stream right now, so thank you to all 156 people who have tuned in. If you know any other people that would like to come and tune in as well, make sure to spread the word. See if we can get up to 160. Make sure to hit a like and a subscribe as well.
Surbiton really zipping that ball around, creating some lovely play through the pitch, finding those plays through the lines. Nice to see a few of the faithful out there in the crowd today as well. What great support they are. Honestly, the support you get at this club when you're playing first team games is fantastic. I love the level of funny chat that you get on the side of the pitch, which really helps you to be motivated to win this game for those type of people.
Do you guys have a favourite chant? Personal or club-wide chant by the faithful?
That's a good question. I do like my own chant that they made for me. I'm not going to say it on camera because it's just kind of embarrassing, but I like the chant. I also like the Carlotta chant, the Tequila Carlotta chant, which is very good.
I think that's Simon's favourite one as well.
I think so, yeah. John T, have you got a favourite chant?
To be honest, I don't hear it unless we're on a short corner, and normally they're handing out chat to the opposition team, so...
Blowing the vuvuzelas and everything.
Yeah.
I always love a ball to the right half and the faithful over there going, panic, panic.
Yesterday they were getting into it against Crowborough.
I think EG is going to try to keep some position here, try build a couple attacks, get some repeat sets here in the front 50.
That's a brilliant pick up by Eli Rea on the reverse stick. nice ball into the tee spot there. But again, Surbiton really good in their deep defence, just winning all these balls in the air or on the floor, making it so difficult for East Grinstead to play into the D and try and win any corners or create any goal scoring opportunities. So well done to them.
Ball goes to Thompson in the middle of the pitch.
Good ball, great receive.
Yeah, lovely open receive from Sally Syme, but just knocked out again by that Surbiton defence. It's quite impressive to watch when you receive the ball in midfield there, and they're just very quick to get lots of numbers around the ball, making it really difficult to play through those lines and outlet. A little bit harsh there, not to play advantage on the Surbiton counter attack.
Good to see a fair few people come out here today, not just the faithful. Obviously, weather might not be to your liking, as still sometimes a little bit.
Typical England, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, it's nice to see that people are still coming out and supporting their club and their players.
Really high zone from Surbiton. It's really difficult to play out of, but East Grinstead finding a way down this left-hand side now. Sally Syme with some tidy skills.
Just knocking it onto a few feet there to try and win the foul.
Just sitting off now, Surbiton, letting East Grinstead retain possession of the ball. Looking for that aerial Grace Ballston, but just deflection pass is not quite where we want it. I'll be honest, I don't mind a tackle like that myself, getting stuck in there. I think a bit of shoulder on shoulder, I think you've got to let that play every now and then. I think hockey isn't a contact sport, but it can be a little bit more aggressive than the umpires are letting it right now.
Baseline carry here.
Goal for Surbiton, lovely finish, well worked down the baseline. See if we can get a replay on that.
Chloe Brown here, just questioning the umpire over something, but it has been allowed.
Carry down the baseline.
Got the eyes up.
Little lift as well, making it defend. Taps in, great receive. Finishing back post.
I mean, as a keeper, Charlie Warren did everything she could there. She shut it down. She made herself as big as possible. It's just a really well-placed ball.
Jonty loves a couple of those himself, sitting there on the back post to tap them in. I think if you give someone forward one of those on a plate,
and it's another by Darcy Bourne.
That's a really tidy finish into the side netting. Get another replay on that. It's within probably a couple of seconds, really, straight down the other end into the goal.
Now, what would be nice for East Grinstead to do now is to not lose their heads, keep possession, not try and go too fast, too quickly, and just.
Really nice overhead. I think Bradbury would be pleased with that. He loves an overhead himself.
Yeah, I think if you're EG here, just don't try to get all 3 goals back in 1 quarter. I mean, ideally it'd be great, but just think about it 1 goal at a time. They still got plenty of time left on the clock.
Got another half to play.
I think we had some great words of wisdom from Wesley Jackson last week. He said we were absolutely rubbish in the first half, but the good news is we've still got a half of hockey to play, so not quite the same for these girls. They seem to be moving them nicely, but the pressure from Surbiton is really coming here. Again, almost turning over possession in the middle of the pitch there. Lots of numbers around the ball.
Yeah, I think if you EG just try work a couple short corners, put the goalie under some pressure,
such attacking threat from the top of short corners as well. It'd be nice to see us work some short corners and get Bieber and Grace on a couple more flicks. I mean, Grace scoring quite a few goals in the World Cup qualifiers recently, so we know how much of a threat she can be, and also obviously Bieber last year scored bucket loads of goals in the Premier League from open play and short corners. So it's nice to see them getting on the ball and getting those chances to score some goals. You've always got to put trust in your drag flickers. I mean, even if they're not scoring goals, just keep giving them the chances and they will score for you with the talent that they've got. Especially this man sat over next to me here, John T. What a brilliant drag flicker. And also this year, I think, scored more open play goals than drag flick so far. Is that right?
No, definitely not right.
It's definitely right. Which is good. It means we're finding him more. I'm going to take full credit.
You always take full credit. Surbiton just on another counter attack here.
East Grinstead doing well to get some counter cover there.
Barney's moved out the dugout. I think he's a bit stressed, starting to pace a bit.
iPad and phone in hand. That's like dedication.
He is a bit of an iPad kid though, isn't he?
No comment because he was my teacher.
Not anymore though.
Not
You can
anymore.
say what you want.
No, I love Barney. He's the one that convinced me to
Well picked off there by Lily Walker. Just needs to find some support, and she does.
Captain Courtney here.
Very nice. Cutting back out and keeping possession of the ball there.
Surbiton getting numbers back.
Brilliant
quickly,
ball
though.
by Brown.
Possessed again. Can Surbiton counter attack here? I think they've got the numbers 4 on 3 here.
Slow it down.
Now, I know I'm not a field player, but to the eye of someone who probably has the outfield skill of a 12-year-old, it kind of seems like just the final bit of detail or the final just something is missing. Would you guys agree with that, or am I completely reading this wrong?
No, I agree. I think it's also obviously going into the second half now. I think EG will want to be a little bit more conservative before. I think play a few more passes before we have to play forward, knowing that how quick Surbiton are to jump on the ball in the midfield with getting numbers around it and really pressuring the ball and winning lots of ball, turning it over. I think we definitely have to retain more possession, transfer a few more times before going forward. And there also is that case of playing boring and playing around the outside, just keeping possession, which really helps you to open up space and get into the shoulders of the D and the edges of the D.
Yeah, I think credit to Surbiton as well. I think in their press has been extremely proactive and always having pressure on the ball, which makes it difficult for the EG to outlet and find other passes.
Seeing some replays here from that second goal from Darcy Bourne. It's a brilliant carry down that right-hand side into the D and just flicked over that right glove of the goalkeeper. Really, really nice. Great finish there. I think also whilst me and Jonty are here, I think it's good to talk about how our men's first team have gotten in this phase 2. I think it's quite nervy going into that phase 2 after such a long break, but I think we've come through with the points that we needed, and now we will finish in the 7th position going into phase 3, and we're really pleased about that. It's been a tough season, but the progression with the group has been phenomenal. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think it's been our cleanest performances these past 4 games, but I think credit to us, we've done enough, thankfully. Yeah, I think it would be nice to put a couple games to bed and maybe a few more goals, but no, I think we've played some good hockey. Just need to put it in at the other end.
I think one of the best things going into phase 3 as well is we have nothing to lose. All these other teams will really want to beat us, but also will want to ruin their chances as much as possible by putting goals away and stealing points off them. So it makes things very, very interesting going into the 3rd phase of of the England Hockey Premier League competition. So I think we've been really, really good in the D lately, just creating chances and winning short corners. And I think we just want to keep progressing from that and keep building as a squad. And I think next year's looking really, really exciting.
Now, just before we start the second quarter, now that we're veering into the end of lunchtime, do any of you guys have a favourite match tea that we serve at the club?
I think we had a sausage mash and peas in a Yorkshire pudding the other day, which was absolutely
sounds gorgeous.
fantastic.
Mike Farmer's favourite. Got it 2 weeks in a row, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we had sausages and mash with gravy 1 week as well. That was pretty good.
I think we also did a yoga session before our men's first team game last Sunday on against Reading on our double header, just to loosen up a little bit before the game. We the club made us a lovely pasta bake, which was fantastic. So all credit to the kitchen staff in there; they're doing a brilliant job.
Michael behind the bar, serving us food day in day out.
Just before we start the second half as well, does anyone have a pre-game food that they eat before games?
Is it boring if I say absolutely nothing?
Nothing before games. No fuel.
No fuel.
What about you, John T?
I quite like just toast with some banana and some honey.
Oh, very nice.
Ferg, what are your thoughts on wearing headbands during the game?
So my hair I've let get a bit out of hand at the moment. It's getting a little bit long, so I've been having to wear a headband myself. But I personally don't enjoy it most of the time.
Where do you get your hair cut? So I know where not to go.
I still need to go back and get the rest done, to be honest. But I usually head to a nice guy in Forest Row. But we do have some questionable haircuts in our men's first team. So
I mean, Simon Faulkner turning up to training with a fresh lid and a shave, looking like a 12-year-old boy. Looked like he could run 35k an hour again.
I'll tell you what, those Faulkner brothers turning up to training on Thursday as well, wearing the exact same outfit. How embarrassing.
I think their mum dressed them, actually. I actually think Dan Faulkner complained to the umpire about their outfits as well.
If one guy can't complain about anything, it is Dan Faulkner.
With the East Grinstead turnover here, although it's been given as a...
Getting back into the action, like, it would be nice to see East Grinstead keeping some possession now and trying to build that play. I think I've not seen much play down this right-hand side at the moment, which would be good to see because obviously the easier side sometimes to work the ball down. I think they might be cutting away from that right-hand side, Surbiton, to make it easier to press on that left. But Beth Alexander, with some brilliant skills, just trying to keep possession of the ball now, surrounded by Surbiton.
We were saying in the break how it might feel a bit rushed or it looks a bit rushed, but that is also testament to, I mean, phenomenal ball there, sadly not trapped well. Like Surbiton, such good pressure in the fact that everything does have to go so much quicker because they are just absolutely on it. So yeah.
It's also nice to see little James Smith down there on that right-hand side of the pitch, ball patrolling today. Got him out here doing some extra work for the club.
Surbiton here looking to win something, and they've got a foot near the end of the D. They played on an advantage.
Nicely. Amy Thompson again with that left hand on the floor, winning back possession for the team. Some serious indoor defending from Amy Thompson, which is great to see. So difficult to play against when someone is so low to the ground and just winning ball like that.
I mean, her return to play has been absolutely phenomenal after getting her knee smashed in against University of Birmingham last season. Has been absolutely incredible. Well defended there.
Nice quick play down this right-hand side. Let's see if we can work something here.
Ball to Rosie Hope.
Bieber getting ahead nicely to receive that ball. Picked
Well
up
kept
well.
in.
Kept in well.
Oh, that one's going to hurt.
And are they going to punish this now?
Umpire slowing the game down a little bit there, which is a bit frustrating for East Grinstead as Ellie Rea looking like she wanted to play there into the circle.
Must be windy out there today.
Well defended. Promising signs from EG. I think they just got to take their time entering the circle here. I mean, they have enough good strikers that one good shot will go in. So
that's a lovely ball from Ballston there. Now we're working ourselves into the D. Just picked up again by that Surbiton defender, stepping in front and winning ball.
Barney back on the march again, getting his steps in.
A lot of high pressure now from East Grinstead, putting a lot more pressure on in this. Short corner won by Bieber Mills. Bit of a body check there from the Surbiton defender. Well worked around that outside. We always love to see people carry to the outside. Brings those chances to win short corners and get down that baseline and create goal scoring opportunities. So really, really nice play.
Theo Dow's just whispering some words of wisdom into number 24, Balchazak. Going into the team huddle now. Probably letting them know where the space is to work something out. So it'll be interesting to see what they go with here, whether it's a straight flick or if they try and do something a bit different.
Raya to drag out. Trapped by Julia Bieber.
Great save from the goalkeeper.
Brilliant
Trapped
save by
underneath.
McFerrin.
That'll be another short corner, yeah. Lovely extended leg on the right for the goalkeeper, making a great save down to the right-hand side, keeping that ball out of the goal, doing everything she can to stop this East Grinstead attack from scoring.
Back to Mills.
Saved again.
Oh,
and it's gone in.
Finish.
Millie
I think that's
Giglio,
Giggs.
lovely finish. See if we can get a replay on this, but I think it's a rebound off the goalkeeper, almost back around the penalty spot, and then flicked into the side net by Millie Giglio.
So that means that in the third quarter it is now 3-1.
Just see a replay. Drag.
Lovely drag and injection.
Absolutely.
Trafford
Beautiful
doesn't even
trap.
have to move.
Well saved
Save.
by McFerrin. Snuck in past
I think that's
her.
a great thing to watch as a player watching the stream as well, how quickly Millie gets the ball back on goal there. Makes it really, really difficult for a keeper to get up and react to that second shot.
I think they'll do EG a lot of confidence as well on attack, knowing that they can score and create some good opportunities. And Theo will be saying, "Thank you, Giggs."
I think Theo will definitely be owing us a few thank you bounces for this commentary today.
Good area, well kept in. Pressure still on from Surbiton. Well played there by Raya.
Oh, great
Brilliant
ball
ball
across.
to Emily Carter here.
Can we play it outside and get around this baseline now?
Another brilliant England under 18 and just working around the outside now.
Some brilliant defending there from Surbiton to keep the ball out of the circle.
Amy Smith here applying brilliant pressure to the ball.
It's nice to see East Grinstead really stepping out and putting some pressure on in this second half, trying to go get this win.
I think Theo must have had some words of wisdom to instill a bit more want or confidence in the game.
Thank you, Theo.
Well turned over here.
Thank you, Bradley.
Surbiton playing quick ball out the back here, trying to get a nice counter-attack going.
Got numbers high.
Played nicely to the outside. A big collision in the middle of the pitch there.
Chloe Brown getting absolutely clattered.
Corner down there, and well worked there from Surbiton.
I think that shows if you don't set up your press really, really quickly, that
You'll be found
also
out.
lack of concentration there.
It's such fine margins in this Premier League as well. Any little mistakes can lead to goals, which I definitely learned the hard way yesterday.
Did you what? We could talk about that for the next hour.
We could talk about that for a while, but when the video comes out, I'm sure I'll get called out a few times.
Will you be in the Cardiff and Met highlight montage?
Hopefully not.
Great.
I think it's a little bunt flick as well. That's really nice work, short corner, to get the ball away from that number one runner. Darcy Bourne with a lovely flick into the side netting. Not a lot the goalkeeper or the postman can do there. See if we
Just
can get
get
a
a replay. Let's come out, first Castle, bunt flick, open up that channel down the goalie's left-hand side. It's hard to save there for the keeper. Beautiful. Just makes it slightly hard for EG now. Still need to get back 3 goals. My score prediction's gone. Another turnover. Surbiton back on counter. Oh,
that's a lovely worked goal. Well played from Surbiton. Lovely 1-2 interchange there to score the goal on the back post.
Surbiton scoring in bunches here. It's twice now they've scored in maybe within 30 seconds of each goal.
Capitalising on a moment where East Grinstead might be reflecting and thinking.
No, it's 5.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
5.
Because it was 3-0 going into the second.
Yeah, 5.
Ball flicked in over the top. Trying to find Carter or Mills there.
Good tackle.
Brilliant.
Showing those indoor skills again, nice and low, winning that ball. Can we now play out of this congested area?
Great
Beth
skills
Alexander
there.
doing really, really well. Another upcoming international who's got a lot of potential to be a really, really, really great player. Well won there from East Grinstead, just knocking the ball onto the foot of the Surbiton attacker. Here comes a replay of that last goal. I think it's a brilliant 1-2 here. That's a forwards dream, that ball straight onto the back post, onto the end of your stick for an open goal finish. I think 5-1 now. East Grinstead will definitely be looking to get the next goal if they would like to get back into this game. It would be nice to see a few more players on the score sheet from East Grinstead. Give us that chance to go and steal a point or even potentially steal 3 points here in this game.
We do have to remember as well that Surbiton is coming out today full force, and I mean, East Grinstead sadly has been riddled with injury. I don't think the full squad has played together since November. Key players such as Tess Howard, Alex Molzer, Mila Welch, all off on injury. Plus, then having come back from World Cup qualifiers, I think quite a few of them are absolutely worked.
Bieber away here, looking for a strike. Another good save. I think that was going into the top roof of the net. So goalkeeper's done really, really well to save that chance there. But well done from Bieber, taking a quick free hit and getting into the D and getting a shot away.
I think now East Grinstead just need to capitalise, put numbers in the D, put something towards the goal. Because, I mean, there's only so much you can do as a keeper with rebounds. And we saw that in the goal that they've scored.
nice build of possession here, playing in that high transfer, looking to work up those openings.
See Theo Douse there, giving some hand gestures, polite ones, regarding where players need to be, working out what's the best angle for attack.
Good pressure on ball again. Let's see if we can win it in this pocket here.
Great skills. Wow.
Big right to left there in the middle makes it difficult to defend. Surbiton really breaking nicely, making some great leads out onto the right-hand side of the pitch.
Oh.
And a little back stick, I think, across goal there. It's getting to that point in the game now where East Grinstead really need to dig deep if they want to try and salvage something from this game.
Amy Smith, debutant here, getting on the ball. Lovely to see her taking on some players as well.
Lovely ball down the line.
Well played. Finding the open space.
Great turn. Can we shovel something towards goal here?
Well
Good
saved.
save. Should be a short corner.
Well done.
They
And
do receive
umpires
it.
awarded it. If you were in that huddle right now, John T, what would you be thinking? Obviously, you're a flicker. Would you be looking to flick it, or would you be looking to do something else, change it up a bit?
If I was flicking, I'd want to flick. But I think, yeah, I mean, potentially change it up. But I think we got two, top flickers in the league, if not the world, at the top of the circle there. So I'd say just keep giving them opportunities to score from the top.
I think you also want to keep your cards pretty close to your chest before you go into phase 3.
Yeah.
So don't give away too many routines before we're going into phase 3. That's when it gets really into crunch time. So if we can try and let our flickers flick and save the routines for them.
Surbiton back on counter here, running hard, get some height, good receive. Oh.
Nice quick restart here. Can they build some play? Lily Walker with some tidy skills in the midfield, retaining possession, ball.
Chloe Brown here now trying to dictate, trying to find something out where she can put it.
Lovely turn. And that is the end of quarter 3. 5-1 going into quarter 4. Going to be a tough comeback for East Grinstead, but all credit to Surbiton. They're playing some lovely hockey and scored some really, really nice goals. Lovely, well-worked short corner in this quarter, and a lovely 1-2 onto the back post, securing the attacking goal. If you are Surbiton in this situation, John T, what do you think your thoughts would be going into this last quarter?
I think if you're Surbiton, don't get defensive. I think stay high in the press, keep the pressure on. They are creating, very good chances, and I think if EG don't capitalise, they could turn it into a 6-7 game. James Smith just on camera there.
How do you think the faithful will be feeling in this match?
I think they'll probably be frustrated. I think we've had a few more opportunities than we've been given in actual goals. So it'd be nice to see EG get a bit more, retain a bit more possession, create those chances going forward. But I think there has been a lot of build-up play, and I think obviously missing a lot of players and still playing some really, really nice hockey. But all credit to Surbiton. They've played some really good stuff, and obviously a really tight unit. Play some really nice hockey as a team. play together on a regular basis. So well done to them.
Coming out here now for the final 17.5 minutes of this match. Score is 5-1 to Surbiton.
Paw Patrol just getting into position, ready to start this last quarter. Stephen Mills in the middle of the pitch with the ball, plays it back. See if we can build some transfer here. Open up those channels.
Grinstead straight away getting on the counter here. Well worked there by Millie Giglio, just winning something just outside the D.
Lovely bit of interplay by Elliot. Just flashed across goal. Don't mind it.
I think they just need to keep putting things towards goal, putting things on goal. Hoping someone gets a touch or a nibble on the ball, rebound.
I think also keep the energy high.
Yeah.
It's a good start from EG. Good stuff from James Smith there again on ball patrol.
I think this has got to be one of the first matches where Chairman Chris Vallis-Wilson is not on ball patrol. He seems to be out there every time.
I think he lives here.
Yeah, I think he has a bed and a shower somewhere.
Beans and chips every day for dinner.
He's been known to like set up changing room 8, which is the women's changing room, as his like office.
I'll tell you what though, what a brilliant person to be as chairman.
He's absolutely
In love with the club, does so much. Just a great person in general.
Well kept out.
just flicked over the top of the goal there by Darcy Bourne.
Lovely ball into space there from Ballston, picked up well by Giglio. Julia Balkashek on the overlap. Well one back from Bieber, but again turned over to Surbiton, and they work that round very quickly and very nicely, creating lovely space with their transfer. Little breakdown of possession there, but again Surbiton with a lovely quick restart. Some of their quick restarts have been really dangerous today.
They're not slowing down, that's for sure. Well played.
Touch
Good
from Giggs
defence.
there. I think your speed of setup and your reaction to turnover against a team like Surbiton is really, really important. They're really looking to play fast and break through the lines quickly, and I think the best way to do that for them right now is playing that quick ball through the middle and then playing into out. Great turn inside there. Almost finding a Surbiton stick, but not quite. Well brought out again by Beth Alexander. Playing in that left back position. Extremely skillful, loves to cut in, create stuff from that position. There's always that narrative about a right or left back position, but some of your most skillful players on the pitch are usually your half-backs who can cut in and create stuff from those positions. What a brilliant one-handed tackle there from Amy Thompson. Full stretch over there on that side.
She really is an absolutely phenomenal one-man defensive unit. Just incredible the ability that she has to put her stick
I
in
think the
front of
highlight
goal.
reels definitely speak for themselves.
Yeah, 100%.
think the most impressive thing here from Surbiton is their win and shift mentality. Every time they win the ball, they just shift it onto the next person so quick, which avoids that double turnover, which is really, really important. The second you start turning the ball over twice, that's when you can start putting yourself in a really, really tricky position. Just clipping the foot there of Amy, but I think setup's pretty quick. Umpires brought it back, slowing the game down once again.
Grinstead packing defenders into the D.
That's a short corner for Surbiton, just narrowly hitting the foot.
Amy Thompson.
Shout out to Grays Hockey as well, fantastic sponsor. Kit's been fantastic this year, making some great stuff and really progressing with their club kit as well as obviously their hockey kit. So really impressed with that. Thank you to them. See what Surbiton can work from this short corner. See if they've got any routines in the locker here. Might be another bunt flick here, which hopefully East Grinstead will have.
Run down. They also do have some pretty stacked castles and corners.
Just over the bar. Got an umpiring question for you, Ferg. Umpiring in shorts, is it a thing or is it not a thing?
Umpiring shorts. Personally, I would not umpire myself in shorts. I don't like umpiring as it is, to be honest. Like, I'm the first to complain about umpiring, but I don't like umpiring myself. But I think you've got to be wearing trousers.
Couldn't agree more.
Well worked over to the other side of the pitch. Carrying forward nice and hard here. Hit across goal, but out for another 16. Surbiton really peppering the circle in this last quarter. It's interesting to see those little momentum shifts during the game when Surbiton start having their attacks and then the momentum shifts and East Grinstead get their attacks. Can you feel the momentum shifts on the pitch, Johnson, when you're playing games?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of it comes with position and just attacks on goal. I think, you know, the more shots you have on goal, the more pressure you have on the other team. So,
as a goalkeeper, Lillian,
Yeah.
what do you do in these type of tight game situations where your team's
what a ball.
struggling a little bit? That's a lovely
Save,
save.
Charlie.
When your team's under the pump a little bit, what can you do as a goalkeeper to help the rest of your teammates out?
I think, for me personally, I think what I like to do is I like to think that everything kind of starts from the back and works its way forward. So if you act really like agitated or frantic or anything like that, and that is conveyed in your communication, then the rest of the game is going, or the rest of the players on the pitch are going to feel antsy and frantic as well. So I think by just remaining calm and level-headed, and rather than overthinking it, but just instead completing actions, doing the small bits well, I think that is how I manage a game like this. I mean, I can see Charlie Warren, for example, pointing and calling at players to tell them where to go. So I think she's doing a really good job of managing the game as well as she can.
As your TA coach, that's a very good answer. So extra kudos for you. Well done.
Thank you.
Here's that chance from Surbiton. Really, really good goalkeeping. On her toes, coming out there and putting on pressure.
I think as well that's exactly what East Grinstead need to show at the moment as well. Like, they're not just going to let Surbiton come to them, they're going to come out and meet them. And I think Charlie's just shown there, like, you don't get to just come and enter my D.
Yeah, definitely. The fight's not over. East Grinstead getting forward nicely. It's a really nice touch from Beaver Mills. Ball across and a goal.
Got one
well
there.
done.
And it's a brilliant goal there by Chloe Brown. Zipped in across the front of goal. Exactly what Surbiton's done a fair few times as well.
I think that's the type of interplay we're looking for. Back into the shoulders of the D and then played into the baseline. Ball across and numbers in the D. Really, really good to see everyone getting up into the D to try and score those goals.
I mean, this is like a textbook goal, kind of, if you know what I mean. Just
there's nothing,
well-worked
nothing better
team
than
goal.
a horrible bobbly ball into the D as well. I know the forwards really, really appreciate stuff like that because if it comes off a defender's stick, it can bounce to anyone and drop straight to your feet so you can have a chance on goal. I know Jonty will definitely feel the same about that.
They don't write how pretty it is on the score sheet, that's for sure.
Doesn't matter how you score it.
Just needs to go over the line.
Looking similar to that last quarter, Surbiton straight back on the attack. Can East Grinstead play quickly here and try and create another chance? Lovely work ball up the line there. Giggs keeping possession, nice skills. Justice possessed again. Good pressure from Beaver Mills, really taking that forward line, making them attack and get up and put pressure on the ball. All comes from that centre forward pressure, which is really, really nice to see.
Jack making a brilliant tackle there to turn over the possession in a really critical part of the pitch. Just losing it.
Lots of turnover at the moment. Both teams just trying to get a little grip on this game. I think fourth quarters are always very, very interesting, especially in games like this. If you lose concentration for a second, that's when goals start to get scored and short corners start to get won and you get put under pressure. Surbiton transferring again nicely, just keeping possession of the ball, especially when they're up a few goals now. They don't need to do anything silly with it, just keep possession and try and just work the ball down the side, play boring hockey. Here's the replay of that goal. Maybe a foot in there, but we're not going to complain about it because the ball then gets flashed across goal. Really, really easy tap in, which is nice to see. Lots of those goals scored today, actually. Lots of easy tap ins. I think maybe a little bit of defensive work to be done on both sides.
I think it also just shows, like, even at such a high level, such as the Premier League, if you act on the simple and you do the simple really well, it can show just how dangerous it is. I'm sure you can feel that as well when you guys play.
Definitely. I think the more simplicity we bring into a game, the easier it is for us to create chances and play through those pockets. And I think we've definitely found that in the last few
brilliant
games.
ball.
That is a great ball. And well picked up by Sally Syme, one-handed.
Yeah, I think you can just try and overcomplicate it and make it all singing or dancing. Or you can just play hockey and play it well.
I think the Dutch teams are definitely a team to watch in that type of situation. Like, they play such simple hockey. They have all the skills, but they use them in the right places and they play really simple hockey to try and play forwards.
Yeah, I'm not biased at all in that sense, but I do think that we, or the Dutch, I should say, play in such an amazingly simple and fast-paced game. I mean, I've had the opportunity to also go and watch some of the Hoofdklasse matches over there, and it's just such a different vibe and atmosphere. It's so pacey and brilliant.
Lovely skills from the midfield there from Surbiton. That's really well worked down the baseline. Dangerous ball across, but Ballston does well to get a touch on it. Out of play for a long corner. It's looking like a tight man-to-man press here from East Grinstead. Hopefully they can keep this one out of the circle. Takes it again. There we go.
Hand on ground. Thank you, Bradley Reid.
hand on the floor again. All thanks to that coaching from Brad Reed there.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Theo.
I've got to give it to him. One of the best defenders in our team. One of our best players in our team. Extremely good at just winning ball and just being so calm under pressure. And what a great distributor. I know Jonty will say the same. He's received a lot of ball from Brad this year, from overheads and from crash ball into the D, and he's so accurate and just fantastic player and even better coach and person. We love you, Brad.
Sometimes.
Beaver working something here. She wins the short corner.
Now with the final 2 minutes to go, do you think we can convert or
100%.
come out again?
I think Theo just barking some orders here. Hopefully get one in the net, ideally on target, maybe another rebound. Who's your pick?
If this one goes in, we can definitely say thank you, Theo.
Definitely.
I think it's
Thank you, Theo.
I think it's going to be a Bieber Mills flick off the top.
Or
mistrapped.
come outside the 5 and go in the net, but wide.
It's a good chance, but not quite on target.
Sort of the story of the game, really, just been slightly off for EG.
I mean, they've had 2 big games this weekend. I mean, against Hampstead and Westminster yesterday, 1-0 loss, and now this one as well. But I mean, Surbiton as well had a bit of a cagey affair against
What a ball.
University side Durham yesterday, who, I mean...
That's really great skill down the right-hand side. Played nicely into the circle. Again, just really, really good at picking these bouncy passes here.
Brilliant double save there by
themselves
Warren.
a long corner. Do we have any Surbiton family members streamed in today? It would be nice to see some comments in the comment section. Give us your thoughts on the game or thoughts on how amazing our commentary has been. Thank you very much.
All comments are welcome. Fed through the middle of the pitch now.
Oh,
Dangerous ball lifted up there.
Straight into Chloe Brown's head.
I think she's okay. She's taking
She's
it
a
like
soldier.
a champ.
I mean, you saw it in the indoor when they played in Poland. She got absolutely wrapped on the hand or something like that. Took a few minutes off, iced it, and subbed straight back on. I mean, yeah, she is.
Doesn't seem to be affecting her as she plays a nice little one-touch
Oh no,
pass
she's
into the midfield there.
touching her head.
And that is the end of the game. Very, very tough affair there for East Grinstead at home.
well done to Surbiton.
Well done to Surbiton.
5-2 loss to East Grinstead against Surbiton here today.
I think it shows those fine margins. And if you make mistakes, good teams will punish you. And I think Surbiton showed that today. They pressed really, really hard, straight from the off, and they looked really up for it today. They were very, very good in attack. So all congratulations to them. Hopefully EG can regroup and go again next week.
Yep.
Thank you, Brad.
Thank you also if you streamed in today. Thank you for watching the game. We really appreciate your views and your likes and your comments. It was an exciting game and they created some great chances, but just not quite there for East Grinstead today, but really, really good from Surbiton. So congratulations to them. I'm sure they will go on to do great things in this league this year. They've been absolutely storming through the league and doing great stuff. They've got a very, very tight team, which is very, very good. So congratulations.